Any further discussion? If none, we will vote on the adoption of the said report. All those in favor of the adoption of Standing Committee Report number 23-24, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Congress has now adopted Standing Committee Report number 23-24. Next report, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, as of now, we do not have any more standing committee reports.
Speaker. Speaker. I move that we go down to the resolution calendar.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress go down to item number 20, which is the resolution calendar. Any objections? If none, we will vote. All those in favor of the said motion say aye. All opposed say nay. And carry. Resolution.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the resolution calendar now is Congressional Resolution number 23-58 for adoption. Please note that this is attached to Standing Committee Report number 23-11. CR number 23-58 is a resolution to confirm the nomination of Mr. Reinhard P. William to serve as the CFSM National Election Commissioner for the state of Koshai.
Chairman Roberts,
So moved, Mr. Speaker. Second.
it's been moved and seconded that Congress adopts Committee Report number 23-58. Discussion? Any discussion? If no objection, we will vote by secret ballot. Short recess. please announce the results.
Mr. Speaker, we have 7 affirmative votes, 4 against.
For that, the nominee was not confirmed. Next resolution.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the resolution calendar now is Congressional Resolution Number 23-59 CD1 for adoption. Kindly note that this is attached to Standing Committee Report Number 23-12. CR Number 23-59 CD1 resolution to confirm the nomination of as National Commissioner.
Move, Mr.
That Congress adopt our 2019 objection call for the Chief Clerk, please review short list. Chief Clerk, Congress is back in session. Chief Clerk, please announce the results.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We have 6 affirmative votes, 5 against.
With that, the nominee is not confirmed.
Mr. Speaker,
Chairman Christian,
I move that we recess until tomorrow at 10.
it's been moved and seconded that Congress stand in recess until tomorrow at 10. Discussion? Short recess. Short recess. Congress is back in session. We have that motion to stand in recess until tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Mr. Speaker,
Chairman Christian.
there's a saying in Pohnpeian that says that once a man has said something, he shouldn't eat it again. But I like to think that I am in control of my own decision, so Mr. Speaker, with your pardon, I withdraw my motion for the recess.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman Christian. If no objection, the motion is now withdrawn. Next resolution, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the resolution calendar now is Congressional Resolution Number 23-61 for adoption. Please note that this is attached to Standing Committee Report Number 23-13. CR Number 23-61 is a resolution to confirm the nomination of Mr. Samson E. Pretruk to serve as the Director of the Office of Personnel of the Federated States of Micronesia.
Speaker,
Who's that?
Was me.
Chairman,
Yeah,
Figure.
I move that we go back to the bill calendar.
point of order. Yeah. We had that short recess. We're on Chief Clerk, next resolution.
Mr. Speaker, we're still on Congressional Resolution Number 23-61.
Chairman Aritos.
So moved, Mr. Speaker.
second.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt CR number 23-61. Discussion? If no objection, discussion is now closed. We will vote on CR number 23-61 by secret ballot. Chief Clerk, please distribute the ballots. Short recess. session. Chief Clerk, please announce the results.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We have 7 affirmative votes, 4 against.
With that, the nominee is not confirmed.
Mr. Speaker, just to be fair, maybe we can go find a nominee from YAP just to get a full slate.
Next resolution, Chief Clerk.
Thank you.
Speaker.
Yeah, Tillman.
Chairman Figueroa.
I move that we
Yeah,
go
Tillman.
back to item 19 on the order of the day.
Any second? If no objection, Congress will go back up to item number 19. Chief Clerk, first bill.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the bill calendar now is Congressional Bill Number 23-33, CD1 for second and final reading. CB Number 23-33, CD1 is a bill for an act to further amend Sections 303 and 306 of Title 55 of the Code of the Federated States of Micronesia annotated, as amended by Public Laws Numbers 18-12, 18-25, and 18-57, to modify the distribution formula for compact funds to allow the national government a 10% share of the distribution, to insert a new Section 306A of Title 55 of the Code of the Federated States of Micronesia annotated, containing transitional provisions for fiscal year 2024, to centralize the compact infrastructure sector grants within the Department of Transportation, Communications, and Infrastructure, and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
I move for the passage of the said bill on second and final reading.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading, CB number 23-33. Discussion?
Short recess, Mr. Speaker.
Short recess.
Just
On discussion of CB number 23-33 for second and final reading. Discussion?
Question.
One simple question again, Mr. Speaker.
Chairman Rusman.
I was made to understand something about 12%. This one is saying 10%, or am I hearing wrong?
Chairman Figueroa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yeah, it was, the bill as drafted originally was at 12%, but because we look at the financial forecast of the financial status of the FSM under the compact, we've recommended a compromise to 10%. And this would take care of most of the expenses relating to the implementation of the Compact 3.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like
Chairman
to
Christian.
contribute. It says 12%. The agreement in YAP was like 8%. And so we're in the middle right now. It's like going toward Christmas, the stores will raise their prices from $10 per to $14, and then on Christmas, they'll bring it back down to 12 and say they're giving you a $2 discount.
Thank you. Any further discussion?
Are you, Mr. Speaker, is Senator Rusmal confused enough?
Yeah.
Chairman Rusmal?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I now know why my businesses that I start always end up as failures, because I cannot deal with business like what the good chairman of R&T was stating. Thank you.
Thank you.
Question.
If no further discussion, question has been called for, and no objection, we will vote by roll call of delegations. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. For the State of Duke, Chairman Aritas. For the State of Pohnpei, Chairman Christian.
Subject to challenge, my vote for Pohnpei State is yes.
For the State of Koshai, Chairman Wali. For the State of Yap, Chairman Orosamal. Chairman Orosamal. Mr. Speaker, all 4 states voted for the said bill under second and final reading.
Thank you, Chief Clerk. With that, Congress has passed on second and final reading, CB number 23-33. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the bill calendar now is Congressional Bill number 23-34. For second and final reading, CB number 23-34 is a bill for an act to further amend Section 805 of Title 54 of the Code of the Federated States of Micronesia annotated, as amended by Public Laws number 17-05, 18-107, 21-152, 22-57, 22-139, and 22-158 to change the revenue sharing percentages between the national and state governments with regards to tax revenues and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the passage on second and final reading of the bill.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading, CB number 23-34. Discussion. Any discussion? If no objection, question has been called for. Debate is now closed. We will now vote by roll call of delegations. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. For the State of Duke, Chairman Aritas. For the State of Pohnpei, Chairman Christian. For the State of Koshai, Chairman Wali. For the State of Yap, Chairman Orosamal.
I yield the floor to Chairman Figueroa.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, all 4 states voted for the said bill under second and final reading.
With that, Congress has passed CB number 23-34 on second and final reading. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on Congressional Bill number 23-35 for second and final reading. CB number 23-35 is a bill for an act to further amend Section 325 of Title 54 of the Code of the Federated States of Micronesia, annotated, as amended, and Section 1223 of Title 55 of the Code of the Federated States of Micronesia, annotated, as amended, to reduce to 0% the distributions to the CFSM Trust Fund from the revenue sources, taxes on major corporations, and fishing access fees, and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the passage of the bill on second and final reading.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading, CB number 23-35. Discussion? Any discussion? If no discussion and no objection, debate is now closed. We will now vote by roll call of delegations. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. For the State of Duke, Chairman Aritas. For the State of Pohnpei, Chairman Christian. For the State of Koshai, Chairman Wali. For the State of Koshai, Chairman Wali. For the State of Yap, Chairman Orosamal. For the State of Yap, Chairman Orosamal. Mr. Speaker, all 4 states voted for the said bill under second and final reading.
With that, Congress has passed on second and final reading, CB number 23-35. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on Congressional Bill Number 23-18 for first reading. Please note that this is attached to Standing Committee Report Number 23-24, which was just adopted in today's or this morning's session under Standing Committee Reports. CB number 23-18 is a bill for an act to further amend Section 208 of Title 52 of the Code of the Federated States of Micronesia, annotated, as amended by Public Law Number 18-114, to reduce the cost of living allowance and to further amend Chapter 2 of Title 52 of the Code of the Federated States of Micronesia, annotated, as amended by Public Laws Numbers 18-114, 20-143, 22-170, by inserting a new Section 213 in order to require the national government to pay 100% of life insurance plan costs for all national government employees, to authorize the Director of the Office of Personnel to designate and change this designation of the life insurance provider in consultation with the Department of Finance and Administration, to require the Office of Personnel and Department of Finance and Administration to jointly report to Congress and on designation and any change in designated life insurance provider, to require biennial review and reporting of the designated life insurance provider, and for other purposes.
Chairman Aritos.
Move for passage on that said bill.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress,
Mr. Speaker,
short recess. Yeah. There is that motion that was seconded that Congress pass on first reading CB number 23-18. Discussion,
Mr. Speaker,
Chairman Artus.
move to defer action on the said bill to tomorrow's calendar.
It's
Second.
been moved and seconded that CB number 23-18 be deferred to tomorrow's bill calendar. Discussion? No objection, we will vote. All those in favor of the said motion say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. CB number 23-18 is now deferred to tomorrow's calendar. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As of now, we do not have any more bills.
Speaker,
Floor Leader Lawrence.
thank you, Speaker. I wish to withdraw and place for action on today's calendar CP numbers 23-37, 23-42, 23-43, 23-44, 45, 46, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52,
Could you
53.
Please slow down when you 45 and 45.
23, 45, 23, 46, 23, 48, CP number 2349, 23-50, 23-51, 23-52, and 23-53. So moved.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress withdraw and place CB number 23-37, 23-42, 23-43, 23-44, 23-45, 23-46, 23-48, 23-49, 23-50, 23-51, 23-52, and 23-53 on today's calendar for action. Floor Leader, the motion to suspend.
Move to suspend any relevant rules that may impede our actions on the withdrawal and placement of the said bills.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress suspend the rules that may impede our action on the placement of the said bills. We will vote on the placement. All those in favor of the motion to suspend rules, say aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. The rules are now suspended. And we will now vote on the placement of the said bills. All those in favor of the said motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. We have now placed CB number 23-37, 23-42, 23-43, 23-44, 23-45, 23-46, 23-48, 23-49, 23-50, 23-51, 23-52, and 23-53 on today's calendar for action.
Mr. Speaker,
Chairman Christian,
I move that we recess until tomorrow at 10.
it's been moved and seconded that Congress stands in recess until tomorrow at 10. Discussion? Chairman
Short
Rusman.
recess.
So recess, Mr.
Short
Speaker.
recess.
Mr. Speaker, I vaguely heard you because I wasn't interested anymore in session, but I heard you say except those two. So move to whatever you said.
Is that the motion for
That's the
withdrawing the
motion
motion?
to
Withdraw,
defer all those bills that were,
short recess. But the motion,
Speaker, I withdraw my motion to, motion for recess until tomorrow.
it's been moved and seconded. If no objection, the motion is now withdrawn. Chairman Christian?
Mr. Speaker, I move to defer all the bills which were mentioned by the floor leader, except the two that were mentioned by Senator Figueras needing Congress to act on in order to meet the 10-day requirement,
What are the numbers?
42 and 43.
So the motion is to defer all except 42 and 43.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Any second to that motion? It's been moved and seconded that Congress defer all the bills on the bill calendar except for CB number 23-42 and 23-43. Discussion? If no discussion, we will vote on the said motion. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. All the bills that were placed on bill calendar today are now deferred to tomorrow, except for CB number 23-42 and 23-43. Chief Clerk, next bill.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the bill calendar now is Congressional Bill Number 23-42 for first reading. CB Number 23-42 is a bill for an act to amend Public Law Number 21-228 as amended by Public Laws Numbers 21-248, 22-12, 22-22, 22-36, 22-74, 22-90, and 23-18 by amending Section 6 thereof to change the lapsed state of funds appropriated therein to fund public projects and social programs for the people of Yap, Koshai, Bonpei, and Chuk states and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move for the passage of the bill on first reading.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on first reading CB number 23-42. Discussion?
Speaker,
Chairman Willie.
thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have a floor amendment to overview the said bill. Copies have been duplicated and circulated to members, so I will move for its adoption.
It's been moved and seconded. Short recess. Or the been moved and seconded that the offered floor amendment by Chairman Willie be adopted to CB number 23-42. Discussion?
Question.
And because of its length, we will dispense with its reading. Discussion of the offered floor amendment?
Mr. Speaker, there is no new money here, just shifting from one area to another concerning the Kusai portion of the bill.
Thank you. Any discussions on the offered floor amendment? If no objection, we will vote on the offered floor amendment by Chairman Willie to CB number 23-42. We will vote by roll call of members. Oh, roll call. All those in favor of the said motion, say aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Congress has now adopted the floor amendment offered by Chairman Willie to CB number 23-42. We now have CD1. Any more discussion on the said bill? No objection. We will vote on first reading, CB number 23-42, CD1, by roll call of members. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Senator Abel Alfonso. Senator Aritos. Senator Christian. Senator Vigier. Senator Golan. Senator Harper. Senator Conman.
Yes.
Floor Leader Lawrence.
Amen.
Vice Speaker Romalo.
Amen.
Senator Urusamal.
Yes, ma'am.
Senator Wali.
No more.
Speaker Moses.
Amen.
Mr. Speaker, we have 10 affirmative votes to the said bill under first reading.
With that, Congress has passed on first reading, CB number 23-42 on second, CD1 on second and first reading. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the bill calendar now is Congressional Bill number 23-43 for first reading. CB number 23-43 is a bill for an act to amend Public Law number 22-37 as amended by Public Laws numbers 22-45, 22-76, 22-178, and 23-16 by amending Section 6 thereof to change the lapse date of funds previously appropriated therein for the purpose of funding public projects and social programs for the people of Yap, Koshai, Pohnpei, and Juk states, and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the passage of the bill on first reading.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass CB number 23-43 on first reading. Discussion?
Speaker,
Chairman Willie, you have the floor.
thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also have a floor amendment to offer to the said bill, and copies also have been circulated to members. So I move.
Can you also include the dispense with the reading? It's kind of lengthy.
Yeah.
Amend your motion.
Motion is quite lengthy, so I will not ask Chief Clerk to read it.
Any
but-
second?
Second.
But move for adoption of the said amendment.
So it's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt a floor amendment by Chairman Willie to CB number 23-43. Discussion? If no objection, debate is now closed. We will vote on the offered floor amendment by Chairman Willie to CB number 23-43. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. We now have, Congress has now adopted the floor amendment offered by Chairman Willie to CB number 23-43. We now have CB 23-43 CD1.
Speaker,
Speaker,
Chairman, who's that?
me.
Chairman Willie.
Yeah, I want to further amend my amendment orally.
But
On
we-
page
Short recess,
one,
short recess. But we passed the amendment already. Still on discussion on CB number 23-43, CD1.
Question.
No objection. Short recess. Congress is back in session. We are now going to vote on CB number 23-43, CD1, on first reading by roll call of members. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Senator Abelo Alfonso. Senator Arutas, sorry. Senator Christian. Senator Figuer. Senator Colon.
Aye.
Senator Harper. Senator Conman.
Yes.
Floor Leader Lawrence. Vice Speaker Romulo. Senator Urusamal. Senator Wali. Speaker Moses.
Aye.
Mr. Speaker, we have 10 affirmative votes to the said bill under first reading.
With that, Congress is now passed on first reading, CB number 23-43, CD1. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, as of now, we should
Chairman
not.
Christian, you have the,
Speaker.
with that, Chairman Figueroa, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I move to withdraw Congress Bill 23-45 and place on the bill calendar.
Second.
Short recess. It has been moved and seconded that Congress place CB number 23-45 on today's calendar for action. Please note that the rules are still suspended. So discussion. If no objection, debate is now closed. We will now vote on the placement of CB number 23-45 on today's calendar for action. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress has now placed CB number 23-45 on today's calendar for action. Chief Clerk, next bill.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the bill calendar now is Congressional Bill Number 23-45 for first reading. CB Number 23-45 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law Number 20-141 as amended by Public Laws Numbers 20-145, 20-163, 20-164, 20-190, 21-05, 21-33, 21-48, 21-67, 21-91, 21-182, 21-193, 22-34, 22-69, 22-77, and 22-160 by amending Section 2 thereof to change the use of funds previously appropriated therein for the purpose of funding priority infrastructure projects and other projects and programs in the state of Yap and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
I move for the passage of Congress Bill Number 23-45 on first reading.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on first reading CB number 23-45. Discussion? No objection. We will vote on passage of CB number 23-45 on first reading by roll call of members. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Senator Abela Alfonso. Senator Aritas. Senator Christian. Senator Figueroa. Senator Golan.
Yes.
Senator Harper. Senator Gunman. Floor Leader Lawrence. Vice Speaker Romalo. Senator Urusamal. Senator Urusamal. Senator Wali. Speaker Moses.
Aye.
Mr. Speaker, we have 10 affirmative votes to the said bill under first reading.
With that, Congress has now passed on first reading CB number 23-45. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, as of now, we do not have any more bills.
Short recess.
Speaker, can we move to place all of those bills on?
Well, it's up to members.
We might as well clean the front of our house. And with all due respect to senior statesman, Chairman Christian, he seemed to be okay, so. You're just.
This is bad session, Chief Clerk. Next bill.
Mr. Speaker, as of now, we do not have any more bills.
Speaker,
Floor Leader Lawrence.
I move that Congress stands in recess until tomorrow morning at 10.
Second.
And it's been moved and seconded that Congress stands in recess until tomorrow at 10. Discussion? Any objection? If none, we will vote. All those in favor of the said motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Congress stands in recess until tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Speaker, can we have a meeting in